if I told you you are a creative person? Would you believe me? Would you believe that creativity flows through all of us and we all could tap it? Now, in order to believe this concept, we may have to widen and broaden our thoughts about creativity. And what I mean by that, today, as we go through this, we talk with this guest that came here to speak to us, I want us to think about creativity in terms of it's something that you are and not just something that you do. So think of creativity, the spark, the spirit of creativity, which comes from the Latin root spiritus, which means breath or soul or spirit. So we're going to think today about creativity in terms of it as a breath that we allow to breathe in and out of us. It's the life force. And so we all have access to this. Now, what I'm really excited about with our guest today, I'm going to get to, but it's that she is going to inspire us because already she's a great inspiration to me, and soon you will find out why. Welcome to Creative Visions TV, and I'm your host, Karen Dahlman. So let me tell you a little bit about our guest. Her name is Loren Morris. Now, Loren and I have known each other for quite a few years now. And as I said, I'm super inspired by her ability to pick up any media fearlessly, you guys, fearlessly, and use it to the best of her abilities. Now, Loren is not really trained in art. She had 1 year of art in high school. And then, her teacher saw a lot of promise. But, as life happens, she got married, had a few babies, raised them, and now they're young adults. And she just picked up her art recently, like in the last 6 or 7 years. But let me tell you, it's not so much about the product she's creating, although she creates cool things. It's the fact, again, that she allows this flow to come through her. In her circle, she's often known as the pagan Martha Stewart. Listen, she's a wife. She's a witch. She has grandkids. You're not going to believe this. She's got 4 grandkids and 1 on the way. Now, we all here at this channel love our animals. She's got 6 indoor animals and 2 outdoor animals. She's got 2 dogs, 4 cats inside, which I love. And you're going to get to see pictures of some of her animals. And she has 2 cats outdoors. Now, her most recent addition to her family is Winston McDoodle the Poodle. And he's a doll. So anyway, without further ado, I want to introduce you to Loren Morris. Welcome, Loren. Welcome to the show. Hey, it's so good to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us today. I think they're going to be really inspired by you. So listen, we got to tell them how we met. And we met, you guys, you're going to love this. We met because of the cool tool that we all love here, the Ouija board.
Yes.
Now, Loren, you've been using it for quite some time.
Yes, I have kind of moved away from using it right now, and I keep saying that I need to get back to just using it just personally for me. When I used it before, I used it quite a bit. I'd say I was probably on the verge of being addicted to it, and you can do that with a Ouija board. There's several people I know, but I would do it like every day. So
that's a little too much if you do it every day, because then it's like you're relying on something outside of yourself. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I'd say now I probably do it twice a month, but it's really fascinating. I'll tell you what, Loren shared with me too that she also has spoken with her animals through the board.
Yes, that was interesting. We had, I had 1 cat. We used to live in a home that had a large built-in aquarium, and you could access the aquarium through the laundry room on the other side.
I love this story.
My cousin and I were just doing the board, and all of a sudden it stopped, circled to let us know another entity, a spirit, was there, and it went pee-pie. And we were like, what? The aquarium was empty. My black cat that I had at the time hopped into it. And when we were looking around, we didn't look over at the aquarium. But the pointer slid like it was pointing. It went off the board. And we looked up and we saw the cat sitting there. And it came back over and went pee-pie.
And pee-pie means to you?
Pee-pie. Pee-pie.
Yeah, exactly, like peekaboo in a way.
Peekaboo, right.
Isn't that great? And so that was her. That was
My
her,
accent.
yeah, your accent is so cute. You guys, okay. So what I like about Lauren too is her wonderful accent.
I have an unusual accent, I think. It's kind of lazy, and a lot of people, don't understand me when I talk, so.
Well, I'm understanding you perfectly fine, and
Good.
we can always ask questions later down below if you don't understand what she said. Now, Lauren, you've brought some boards with you today okay, you're gonna see some of her artwork, you guys. She makes her own Ouija boards. Well, they're actually talking spirit boards. So here we go. Oh, wow.
This is Edgar.
That's your Edgar Allan Poe, right? Edgar Allan Poe.
Yes. And then Mask of the Red Death is here.
Beautiful.
The Raven.
Look at that, you guys. So this is something that's creative. You can use anything. You can make your own boards and they still work. We've talked about this before.
Planchette is
oh my gosh.
the pendulum. Hitting a pendulum.
That's awesome. I don't think I saw that planchette before. I love that. Okay, here's another board she created too.
This one.
It's beautiful. That's Aleister Crowley.
I love this one. Yes, it's my favorite. You can see
oh, wow. Look at that. Is that the Book of Spells over there? What is that book?
Yes.
Oh.
That's his Book of the Law.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. That's fabulous. I remember when you were working on that. Oh, wow. Horus Eye.
Yes.
See you guys, isn't this cool? This should inspire you to maybe create your own boards. As we've talked about, it's limitless. It's limitless what you can do. Now, Lauren, you're on here we're not really going to talk anymore about the boards, but you're on here to really talk to us about what you find that inspires you to your creativity. You have such a wonderful way to allow any media to come to you, and you use it fearlessly again. What inspires you?
Fairy tales. I enjoy, if I find that I'm stuck, I enjoy reading a few fairy tales. It kind of gets me back into that mode. Fairy tales were something that I loved growing up. I find that if I go back to something that I loved when I was growing up, it really helps me. I'll watch a movie. There's a particular Disney movie that I loved watching, and I just kind of take that day to relax and watch that movie or read a few fairy tales, and then I'll go out the next day and I'll just start painting, or I'll find something new. You can go on YouTube and just find all kinds of, like, I've been teaching myself to use resin, which is kind of scary at first, but
oh, I've seen some of your resin pieces. They're gorgeous.
And I'll just go in there and look for something. I'll be like, oh, I think I'll try that, and I'll make something new. Here's one of my resin skulls.
Oh, I love that. That's a candle holder? Is that one a candle holder?
No, this one's not the candle holder.
Okay, it's beautiful.
It's an altar piece.
Look, you guys, these are like crystal skulls. And by the way, she owns a shop on Etsy. It's called Prim Witchery. And you can find, a lot of you guys reach out to me and ask me about witch stuff. You can find witch accessories, magical and mystical creatures, decorations, and art productions. And here's some of them. I've seen those there.
This is one of the ones, the candle holder.
Oh,
see,
wow.
it has a butterfly inside of it.
Oh, my gosh, it sure does. Look at that. So these are resin. These are resin you've been experimenting with.
Resin.
Oh, that's fabulous. So you are a witch, you're a pagan, we can call you a heathen, there's a cat, see?
This is Gaia.
Gaia! Hi, Gaia.
Gaia has extra toes.
Oh, wonderful. She's got the 6 then. Oh my gosh. Well, those are magical cats. See, here we go. There's more magic here. So how do you find, or what do you find about your witch, your Wiccan, your witchcraft, your paganist work? How does that influence you in terms of your art?
I like to make things that people can use on their altars. Because you want your altar to be a beautiful space that you can honor, whether it be yourself, a particular god or goddess, your ancestors. You want beautiful things on it. So I like to create beautiful things for people to use in their ritual work. I've made wands, I've made scepters. Oh,
Yes, show us.
this is getting ready to be mailed out today.
Oh, wow.
Let me see if I can get down so you can see it.
That is incredible. You tell us about this. That is wonderful.
It has antlers on it. Some things that I foraged. These mushrooms I dried out. Horse chestnuts, and then it has the skull of deer.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, I see that. Okay.
And I actually had to get my husband to cut the antlers apart from the skull because I wanted it to sit a certain way. But then now the berries and the fern, they're fake. They're the silk.
Okay, because it's got to last. You want it to last. So.
And those acorns, they're not real. I didn't have any acorns available, and you can't find them this time of year because the squirrels have already eaten them. So I'll have to go gather some more next year. But
see, what's really cool about this, Loren, is you can mix. Like you said, you can mix things you could find at a craft store and mix things from the environment. Yes. And so somebody who bought this, they bought it. Are they going to use it in ritual? Or are they going to use it for?
Yes, it's a ritual headwear.
Beautiful.
This one. I actually had a request for one, and it was for Oak King for the Beltane celebration, and then someone else wanted one. So this is the second one that I've made. And
I think I saw one on your Etsy shop.
Yes, that would be it. That's this one.
Oh, sold, guys.
So it's sold, yeah. And I'm going to mail it out after we're finished with talking.
Oh, that's beautiful. So you guys, you could collect and find anything and make things that work for you in terms of your own life. I mean, creating your own rituals, creating your own altars. And I know we got something really cool today she's going to show us how to do too, because it really is about really tapping into the source within us, into this idea that anything could be brought forth and make it to what you like. It's not some kind of production for somebody else. It's really about you. And a lot of you have asked me how to tap into these higher octaves of energy for channeling, for empowerment. And that's another reason why I brought Loren, because she's obviously finding ways that when she steps out of that flow to get back into it. And she gave us some examples of how she does that. What would you say keeps you in that flow longer? Once you're in it, what is it drives you?
I'd have to think about that.
Tough questions.
I don't know. It just kind of stays with me right now. I have experienced blockages. And I have experienced burnout. If I go and go and go and go and don't take a day or two to rest, relax, go do something I like, then I'll get burnout, and that can lead to blockage. So you always want to re-energize yourself. Now, I'll do that with, I like to chant the runes. A good one for blockages would be on muse. I chant that one quite a bit, which is this one. Can you see it?
Yes. Okay, I can. Wow.
And I now made that.
those are rune symbols on there, right? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's wonderful. You guys, she makes runes. So if you're looking for another divination tool, she creates these incredible, beautiful runes. I don't know. Did you bring any with you today to show us?
I have them right over here.
I'm making her get up to get them. So runes is another divination tool, as I mentioned, and I've worked with the runes before too. It's really it's a fun way. It's an alternative to tarot, which a lot of us also like tarot. Do you want to tell them about your runes a little bit?
They are resin.
Oh, look at that. It's gorgeous, like crystal-like looking.
This one has, now this is my own personal set. They have moss in them. I've encased moss in them.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Let's see if I can find another one.
Would you tell the audience, like how, when you might use the ruins and how you can incorporate that into your life? Oh, it's
well, there's several ways you can use them. You can use them as a divination tool. You can pull one out every morning. Just kind of put your hand in the bag. Of course, you want to activate them, but like your tarot, if you have them, make them yours. Run them through the sage, the elements. Keep them on your altar for 30 days. Put them out in the moon to cleanse them when you get them, and then make them yours. And then every day you can pull one out of the bag and say,
Nice.
That's my personal rune. Now you can use them that way. There's several spreads, just like tarot spreads. You can use them magically. You can chant them to bring things. Each one has a different meaning, so you can chant what you need. Find the one that you need, and there's all kinds of websites that you can get online and look for the meanings of the runes and learn them, and you can chant them. Carry one in your pocket.
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice idea.
Help you open up that path that you need to open.
That's wonderful. What I do in the mornings, I like to draw a card. I draw even an oracle or a tarot card. Same concept. And I have it then in my bathroom. I look at it throughout the day when I go in there, and it reminds me, this is my path for today. So that's a quick and easy way to use some of these tools, but it reminds you, doesn't it? It kind of reminds you of like a walking, moving meditation.
Right.
Yeah.
You can put, let's say you could just take the one that you pull out that morning, carry it, take it out, look at it. Now this one I call these the Tears of Freya.
Oh, it's like
Freya.
golden in there? What is that?
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Freya was she's a goddess of war and beauty, and her husband went missing, and she cried while she looked for him, and she cried tears of gold.
Oh, beautiful. I like the colors. Oh, guys, she makes all these again. Everything she's showing you is stuff that she makes. It's endless. I mean, the media that she goes through, and I watch this media, and she posts it on Facebook, and and then I look at her shop, and I'm always amazed at. I mean, most people just go, what media do you work in? Oh, I work in chalk pastels and watercolors. That's mostly what I do. And she's like, no, I use this and this and this and this and this. So this is just to kind of help inspire you guys to think outside the box of what artistry means or creativity means. So this brings us into what we're going to be doing today. She's going to be showing us. Tell us what you're going to do, because I don't want to slander it, because it's new to me, but I'm really excited. I'm going to participate and make one of these things, and for sure you can make one too. And we'll write down what you guys need. We'll put that down below.
So this is going to be a little magical bowl that you can put together. It's really decorative. It'll make your house look pretty. It'll smell good too. And it's also going to be a source of empowerment.
Love it.
There's going to be items in it that you can use. So let me take all of my little items out.
So here's my bowl, you guys. I found this bowl in my house. I love it. It's a handmade piece of pottery that it was thrown on a wheel, and it's from a potter that I really enjoy. And so this bowl, I wasn't using it, so I thought this will be my bowl for my magical items. This reminds me of Loren, what we're doing today. When I've seen these before, I love them, and it reminds me of like a mini altar in a way.
Yes. And the best part about it is, if you don't want anyone that visits to know that it's magical, it just looks like a bowl of pretty things.
But we're not going to tell them this secret. It's true. People come in your house who may not fully get the stuff that we're doing, but it looks nice. I know these look beautiful, actually. They look so, what'd you call it? Rustic, primitive, eclectic, natural. And people just go, what a beautiful centerpiece. And then we're going to go, I'm not telling my secret.
That's right. All right. So one of the things that I've put in the bottom is moss.
Okay, so I'm going to grab my items. So I'll just tell everybody, I walked around my house and grabbed a bunch of items that I thought would relate to what I'm working on. So let me start grabbing my moss and putting it in this bowl. Okay, so we start with moss. Ooh, this is fun.
And the reason why you want to put moss in, there's a reason.
What's it for?
Moss grows where there's regeneration and abundance. Like ley lines on the earth. Moss grows
See?
where there's life. So when you put the moss in the bowl, it's going to bring you good luck, money luck. So you want to use moss.
We want that moss in there, you guys. I know I do. I want that moss in there for good luck.
Yes,
it's always,
prosperity.
Prosperity, because it's green, also because it grows. Is that what part of that is?
Yes. Okay, another thing, I don't know if you have these in your area, but they're sweet gum balls. I'm going to put those in mine.
I don't, but I have these wonderful little alder cones that I got up in the mountains, and I think they're just so beautiful. And
yeah.
they're natural, but they remind me of beauty found in small little cute things.
Well, you're going to love this because pine cones ward evil, and they're also a symbol of abundance. So,
oh, look at me. I'm going for it.
Now, these ward evil as well. They're also known as witches' balls.
Oh, okay.
So, if you want me to send you some, Karen, I'll send you some.
I'm going to have to get some of those witches' balls, you guys. And then I've got these really cool pods. And I like the fact that they're open. It's like there was something
those?
What did you say?
What are those?
Well, they were like this. They come like that. I don't know. I found these. And I had them around my house because
they had some kind of bean or something.
Yeah, they did. They had their little seed pod, and I like them because they opened and they remind me of opening up. You know, opening up, being open.
Yes, yeah. There you go.
See, I'm putting them in here, you guys. You can see I got some stuff in there already.
Now I am also putting. I love horse chestnuts.
Ooh, that's nice. I couldn't find any of those.
Otherwise known as buckeyes.
And what's the symbolism of those?
Money and prosperity.
There you go, guys. Now, I got a question for you, Loren. When we're doing this, are we supposed to be thinking about what it is we're trying to manifest?
You can charge each one for what you're wanting before you put it in the bowl. Just hold it in your hands and
that's great.
See that flowing into the item.
The reason why I ask you guys is because many of you guys know I write, and I was talking to Loren about this yesterday, I'm really working on bringing in that spirit of writing, so it can just flow through me. And you guys all know I channel my guides, and they help me write my books, and so now I'm bringing them in a big way. So I walked around my house thinking of items that reminded me of that, and then I had this snake I'd made some years ago, and people that know me know that I love snakes.
I love that snake.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. I made it out of clay. It's high fired. And what I like about it is, it's got these little blotches on it, but it reminds me of the goddess, because the goddess, it was represented by the snake because the snake rubs its belly on the earth. She's close to the earth, and they also transform. And I'm thinking,
they are a creature of transformation and growth.
Yes. And I want to bring all that into me when I'm writing. So this is going in my bowl.
And then you can also use rose hips.
Oh, let's see that.
Now, rose hips will promote peace and calm.
Nice. I don't have those. That's nice.
And they also bring like a harmony. So, these are going to sit in your home, your bowls, so you can put those in there for that. Now, I love cinnamon. Cinnamon is
wonderful.
It's great for everything. It's you name it, cinnamon does it.
Well, it smells nice too. I mean, who doesn't love cinnamon?
Great. Yes, it smells great, and it's prosperity. You can use it for money. You can use it for prosperity. You can use it for anything. So, let's see. Now, I also make these. They're called bowl fillers, but I made some from runes.
Yeah, they're rune symbols. I love it.
And I also made the heart and hand for love.
Now, what are those made out of? Is that
they are salt dough. Salt dough.
Now, what I found with salt dough, I used to work with salt dough a lot. I found that if it got too moist, because I live by the ocean, they explode. And I'm like, they're nice for a few years, and all of a sudden they explode.
Well, mine are protected, so
okay, you must have put a sealant. Well, those are wonderful. I mean, you guys, you can make anything that it's again charging it with your own intentions, what you're trying to bring in your life.
like you can call the room. This
Oh.
one is, this again is on Sis. It keeps coming up. So it is a rune of communication and opening blockages. So
Ooh, that's
you,
a nice rune for everybody to have. I need that
yes.
for my writing.
Let's see. Then Fehu, that's abundance.
Oh, that's nice.
So you just get all these, and there's a set of 6 of them that I sell, but you can put all of them in the bowl, and then it looks like a little decorative bowl.
Yeah, it just looks like cute items in there.
Right.
But you know the true meaning of it. And you guys,
Right.
there's power in secrets sometimes. There's power that what you know within, you don't have to share with everybody. Because we've talked a lot on this channel about how we sometimes feel like outsiders maybe because you're a little different. I mean, Loren knows about that. You're a little different. I'm a little different. And so you don't necessarily have to be out in the open about who you are. I don't necessarily go up to my business meetings and say, I channel these spirits that have never been born on earth because it just sounds kind of crazy. So this is a nice way to have your mini altar, your magical bowl out, be it you know what it means. So I also brought this feather.
Add some essential oil.
Oh.
Now, is that an eagle feather?
No, you can't have eagle feathers, but I found it. I'm not sure what it is, but you can't have it. Yeah, so I found this, you guys, but it reminded me of a writing scribe, the old-fashioned writing.
Yeah.
So that's going in my bowl, too. Now,
You can add an essential oil, for what your bowl is for, and the moss holds the scent great. So you put a few drops in the moss, and that finishes off your bowl when you're done.
now I've got this little essential oil. It has moldavite in it. Moldavite, which is that.
Right. Mine has, I don't know. I'm not sure what's in mine. Frankincense. Mine has
Frankincense. Okay. Well, I'm going to start with this one, I think, because this one actually opens up your higher chakras. So so I put it on my third eye. Sometimes I put it on my throat chakra, and you can put it on your heart chakra too. And it smells musty. I love the smell because it reminds me of the moss. But it's you guys, moldavite. I think I've talked about this before.
I love moldavite.
Yeah, it's from a meteorite that hit the Czech Republic 15 million years ago, you guys. So this is from outer space, and it's going in my bowl.
That's a great way to connect to your higher self, using an oil with the moldavite in it.
That's great. That's great. Now, also, you guys, I walked around my house and I found I love bones, and this one kind of looks like an owl face. Mm-hmm. But it's a backbone. It's a backbone of an animal that had died, and I found it, and I just think it reminds me of, there's beauty. I think there's beauty in things that are sometimes dead in terms of what they become. What they can become.
Let me show you what I have sitting in my home.
Oh, here we go. So this is getting good, you guys. I love bones. I collect them. They remind me of something beautiful. Once we shed our skin and we go into the next dimension, it reminds me of that. It's like what's left behind. It's part of us. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Isn't that gorgeous?
That is beautiful.
This was found in the woods by a friend's son, and he gave it to me.
Oh, nice. What does it represent to you, having that?
That there's still beauty after death.
Mm-hmm.
For me.
Me too.
And I don't know, I just feel like it connects me to the wild just by looking at it. Kind of inspiring.
Yeah, I have one like that too that was found. All mine are found as well, and I have it hanging in my living room, my formal living room. It's hanging in there with my bones, and I'll put a picture up so you guys can see it. But to me, it reminds me of the same thing you said. As I said, we shed the skin, we move on, and it's kind of like what's left, and it's part of the earth. This eventually disintegrates, and it goes back to ashes, ashes, dust to dust. It's a beautiful cycle of life. Don't you think so too?
I do. And at some point, we all face our mortality, and I think that things like this sitting around your house, I don't find them morbid.
Yeah.
I just think that it brings you closer, Instead of being afraid of death, you should be friends with death.
Yeah, death is a normal transition. We talk about that a lot, Loren, on this show. So you're right. It's a normal transition.
My friend back.
That's beautiful. So you guys, I also had this giant tooth. It's a bone, right? It's a tooth. I also am going to put it in my bowl because it just reminds me of again, the beauty. And I'm just trying to be, with my writing, I'm being very creative, and I am bringing in the guides even more so I can write about that. So I'm going to put that, I was showing them my tooth, my giant tooth I have.
What did that come from?
Well, we believe it came from either probably a horse or a cow. I don't know. It's got it's kind of a little sharp. So I'm not sure. We're not really sure, but I found this. There's great things you can find. And then I also wanted to include this crystal cluster because that's, again, is the higher dimension, right? Crystals?
And I have crystals sitting around everywhere. Well, you will know, once you get one, you can't stop at one.
You can't. I went to Brazil last year and brought home, I think, 15 crystals. I couldn't stop. Now, this is fun. It's like a little wand. A friend gave this to me. And watch this. It's a pen for writing.
What?
So that's going to go in there, too.
Exactly.
This is fun. So this is what I've come to so far. I'll take a picture of it to you guys. It's kind of hard to see on this camera. But I will put a picture up, and I'll put her finished picture up as well of these. This is, again, I love this because it's a way to bring beauty, the natural elements or homemade elements, but also bringing in your intentions. And this is very simple. People ask all the time how to make altars, and this is kind of like an altar in a box, altar in a bowl. It's an instant altar.
Yes. And it can sit around your house and look pretty, and nobody is the wiser. Here's a different one I made.
Oh, I love that.
Nice.
Wow. That's neat. Now that you're right. These are beautiful pieces of decor in a way, but they have meaning.
Now I've got a little. This kind of makes me think of Odin. It still has both of its eyes. But that goes in one of mine.
That's nice. Now, do you have your poppets there? You made some.
Yes, I have this one out right here.
Tell us about that.
I make different ones out of wax, and I'd say 90% of the herbs that I put in on my grow.
That's amazing.
And I sell different ones. They have a hole in the bottom, so you can put the person, yourself. I make healing ones. This one is a cursing one.
Well, never. She's a witch. She's a pagan. She works with spells, you guys.
I get requests for those, so that's why it's sitting there. All my stuff that's going to be mailed out today is sitting here.
That's wonderful.
I make healing ones, prosperity ones, fertility ones. A lot of people like fertility.
Oh. So what they do is they write their intentions in a paper and put it inside?
Oh, you could put the person's name inside or their picture. And then the eyes and the mouth and the navel are all carved out, so you can put corresponding oils on there. You know, you have to activate the poppet to be the person first, and then you can do your spell work. And you use whatever spell you want with it. This just kind of boosts it. I put in herbs for the corresponding reason inside the poppet. So.
Okay, that's very interesting. Okay, so these are all on your Prim Witchery Etsy shop. Yes. Wonderful, wonderful.
There, the bowl fillers are there. These eggs are there. It's another type of bowl filler.
I did see that there with the runes on them. It looks like
eggs. The eggs are known to. There's hoodoo where you can rub an egg and it captures negativity. So I've made these so that they kind of take the negativity from your home while the rune works its particular magic, whichever rune it is. And we were talking about fairy tales. This is something that I made, inspired by fairy tales. I don't know if you'll be able to see it real well because it's not dark in here.
Well, we can show a picture of it too. Oh, interesting. What's in there?
It's the dragon.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah.
We'll show a picture of it. We'll take a picture and put it up there for everybody.
Yeah. It's on my website for sale. You can, on Etsy for sale. There's my son.
Hi!
He said hi.
And by the way, behind her, you can see one of her dogs. That's Tesla back there.
Yeah.
Because
Always posing.
she has a fun house.
Draw me like one of your French girls.
It's never a dull moment with Loren, I'm telling you guys.
Let me get Winston.
Okay, now you're going to see her latest edition, which is her poodle there. Oh my gosh. Oh, what a precious baby.
Isn't he the sweetest?
This is Winston McDoodle the poodle, right?
Winston McDoodle the poodle.
Precious. And you just got him not too long ago.
Last Thursday night.
You guys, so it's only been about a week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Oh, precious. Well, we like to show our animals on this channel, and I have an animal at my feet, but I don't think he wants to come up here right now. It's my cat Bear.
Which one now? That's not the black one, is
no,
it?
this is the white one. The black one's the one that always comes on my shows, but today's the white one. So, Loren, what would you? This show is about empowerment for people, and we went through this idea of making the bowl that you can put your empowering intentions in. What would you say in terms of creativity and in terms of maybe learning to work with different media? What would you say would be something that they can take away from this and maybe get started today?
Well, never be afraid to try things.
That's good.
That's the main thing. If you see something you like and you want to try to make it, just do it. Don't go research how to do it and try it. Never be afraid to try to do anything. When I first started back with my artwork, I only did painting because that's all I'd really done before. I'd maybe done some paper mache, but I wanted to try to work with clay, and I surprised myself, honestly, with the results of the clay. That is one of my most favorite things to work with now, is the clay. And I've really been teaching myself. I started out with just the relief sculptures on plaques, and I've worked my way up to full sculptures. Let me get one.
Yeah, you did the Green Man. I remember seeing that one before.
Yes, this one is this is Black Phillip from The Witch.
Oh, look, I've seen that one. That's gorgeous. Look at that, you guys. Wow. And you made that out of what kind of clay? Earthen clay?
It's just polymer clay.
Oh, polymer clay. Okay.
Polymer clay blends.
Amazing. Look at that.
Permanently attached. And I also took up wood burning. I wanted to try that out. So
you guys, I think that's powerful when you said just try anything, and look at how successful you've been with this for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I'm going to say this, I bet it's, you didn't have all that classical training, which I think could get in your way sometimes, and you just naturally just started doing this.
Well, I hear a lot of people say, I just don't have any talent. Well, you don't know if you have that talent or not if you don't try it. Just because it looks hard doesn't necessarily mean it is. I don't find play hard. It's tedious, but it's not hard.
And when you're doing this work, what I find, because I work in art materials all the time too, and when I find it just keeps widening and widening, that creative inspiration to come through to the point where I lose track of time. You guys, that's part of what happens when you channel, when you start working with these other energies, right? And so by doing this is a real easy way to start opening yourself up to these energies so you can feel that flow. It feels beautiful, doesn't it? It feels really awesome.
I actually get taken away by it.
Yes.
It's almost trance-like.
Yeah.
When you're really into something that you just know is going to end up amazing, it's almost like you're in a trance.
Well said.
When you're chanting or something, you go into your trance, it's the same flow. It's the same flow that you can get into with doing the work. And then you sit down, start on it at 10 o'clock in the morning, and the next thing you know, it's 10 o'clock at night.
I've had that happen before many times.
I haven't eaten or anything. What happened?
Yeah, you're so tapped into it. You're so tapped into this energy flow, and the more you do it, and what I find, whether it's my art, I like dance. I do dancing and Middle Eastern dancing and sacred dance, and the more I do that, I find that it opens me up more, and it makes it better for my channeling, you guys. It makes it better for my work on the board, or just bringing in the guides.
Now, I do like listening to, sometimes when I go to bed at night, I like to regenerate myself by listening to certain meditative music. I really love word rune. Now, you want to get into some trance work, you listen to word rune. The chanting, the drumming, just the whole sound of the music. I can snap right into trance work with that.
Oh, that's great. So that's another technique you can use too to get into the space of this energy work. See, we're trying to, again, widen that definition of creativity, that it has to be this production, this wonderful masterpiece on the wall in a museum. We're talking about things you could do in your life to bring through the creative in spiritus, the breath, the source, soul through our bodies into whatever we want to express out here. It's just a way to widen and open up to these wonderful, magnificent, expansive energies that are all around us. And Loren has been sharing with us that today. How can they find you? Maybe tell them a little bit more about your shop. We'll give the links below. Anything else you'd like to say that you want the audience to know?
Just try it. That's all you have to do. Don't be scared. The same points I went over before. Don't be scared. If there's something that you really like, and you're afraid that you will screw it up, so what? You screw it up, throw it away. Try it again. Try it again. Many successes are built on failures.
I absolutely agree. Again, it's about getting the juices flowing. It's about getting yourself open to that energy. And again, your store on an Etsy shop is called?
It's Prim Witchery, and my Facebook page is Primitive Witchery. And I also have a website. It's www.primitivewitchery.com, but I don't go there that much. I like to deal with Etsy more because it seems like the traffic flows through it better.
Etsy's fabulous. You can find all kinds of things on Etsy. Well, this has been wonderful. I thank you for walking us through these magical bowls.
Thank you for inviting me here. I was really nervous.
Can you believe that, you guys? She's nervous. This wonderful. I got to read this to you. This is what I love about Loren. This is what I want to say about her. She's a purveyor of art, a seeker of magic, a lover of fairy tales, a photographer of moon and mushrooms. Can't get any better than that. Again, thank you so much, Loren.
And thank you.
You're very welcome. Well, you guys, there you have it. You can be creative in many expansive ways. Just tune into that energy and find what works for you. And as Loren says, if it doesn't work, trash it. Start over. Try something new. Have fun. Explore. This was Creative Visions TV, and I'm your host, Karen Dahlman. And we'll see you again real soon. Thank you.